Okay, so I'm going to continue to go through a collection I got here in July of 2024. I'm going to try to get through these 3 columns here. We did 2 columns in the first video. We're hunting for mostly rares that wouldn't be able to be found, or I should say, wouldn't usually be found in common and uncommon boxes, but sometimes people have different definitions of what counts as a rare. For example, that Jabba over there, he's a premium card, he's not a rare. But looks like we're in the devices now, and I'm going to go through these pretty fast because we're looking mainly for the top cards, but if something cool comes around, I'll pause. A lot of mines. Okay, Battle Droid blaster rifles. I actually sell these as singles because they're really popular in an invasion deck, so I'm going to set those aside. There's a good pile of those. About a dozen, felt like. Dark Jedi lightsabers. They're uncommons, but they're cool cards. We had the Ponda Baba's blaster and Dr. Evasion's blaster. Uncommon cards. Pretty interesting, but not rares. Whoops, thought I missed one. Nope, we're good. Yeah, Boo blasters are cool. I used a lot of those in a deck at the Badawi Regional. Stun Blaster's a premium card from the Jabba's Palace deck. Okay. So I don't expect anything like, rare lightsabers or anything like that in here, but might be able to find something good. For example, that's a $20 card, honestly. It's really hard to find uncommon from Coruscant. That's actually not a rare, even though it seems like it would be. Bunch of systems now. Coruscant's a bunch of Coruscant. Nice. Light systems. Naboo I sell as a single. Yeah, there's maybe only 10 or so uncommons and commons that I sell as singles in my store. Most of them are from the Episode 1 set. But I didn't want to take the time to sell all those individually, although I do, if somebody wants to make a custom order, I'm happy to do that. But, contact me by email or Facebook or whatever, but I don't want to spend the time to list all the commons and uncommons on eBay. So I sell common and uncommon sets there and individual cards through Facebook or email. So Coruscant docking bays. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. That is a card I definitely sell as a single. The first 3-0 light side icon. It's not a main character, but it's one of those ones that I think main when I think of that card, because it's back when I first started selling, there was a bunch of cards that I decided to sell as singles, and then a couple years later I went through and sold a bunch more, but that was definitely in the first wave because it's been a high demand card for a long time. I was not expecting something like that in here. Jabba, the Jabba that I got in the last video, that one I wasn't terribly surprised just because he's a Jabba's Palace sealed deck card, and sealed deck cards, I had seen a bunch of those already, but the Jedi Council Chamber, that's awesome. Tons of Coruscant sites. I could probably make a ton of Coruscant sets from this. Common and uncommon sets, probably not complete sets. And I will go through kind of fast, so we're not going to take a look at every card. If I skip over it, then apologies if it was something you wanted to take a look at. I kind of forget sometimes. Oh, there we go. A couple of premiums. I kind of forget sometimes that it wasn't that long ago that there were some cards I had never seen before. And some more Jabba's Palace premiums. or I should say, Jawas Palaceal deck premiums. Okay. Oh, I thought I seen an Naboo site there for a second. All right, but yeah, really well organized this collection is. I'm liking that. I don't really want to get to the point when opening packs where I just breeze through all the cards and just look for the rare, but sometimes I'm in that mood, and when I'm going through a collection, I'm usually in that state of mind as well. Looking for the cards I sell as singles, the rest are, that's the stuff I restock my store with and make sure I get those in my inventory, so they're off of my wants list, because my wants list is actually tied into my inventory spreadsheet, so it kind of goes automatically from there. So I don't want to have cards on my wants list that are not technically on my wants list anymore, because I already have them. But yeah, the commons and uncommons, I kind of try to set a day aside and deal with all those, and thanks to this guy's organization skills, I'm going to be able to go through these pretty quickly, relatively speaking. Another Naboo, Dark Side, sweet. I love the systems. They're just good looking cards, especially the Dark Side ones where it's, you know, half out of the sun or whatever. Or to both suns if you're Tatooine. Test our 2 locations, sectors I should say. So we're going to get all the starter deck sites, a bunch of Cloud City sites. Oops. I should backtrack just a little bit to see if there was a Downtown Plaza there, because I saw that as a single now. Okay, Coruscant Docking Bay for Dark Side. Senate's Imperial City. Oh, nope. Was hoping to see Imperial Square, but did not. Endor sites. Is there a Dark Forest in here? Nope. Dark Forest is the rare one. It's kind of hard at first glance to tell the difference between Dense Forest and Dark Forest just by looking at the picture. Hoth, Naboo. Let me get the swamp here. Okay. And Tatooine stuff. Jabba's pet. Ooh, that one's kind of rough. But I mean, that's just one card in a bunch of near mint cards. These are all real nice. Here's a bunch of Tatooine, Great Dragon Pass. That's a fun card to mess around with. You add one to each battle destiny there for each Tatooine battleground site you occupy, so you can do some pretty crazy stuff with that. Silly but fun. There's a premium. Watto's Junkyard. Some Yavin 4 stuff now. Alright, some odds and ends here. So, some stuff that got tossed in that isn't really organized, but that's okay. It's 5 of a ton of cards. Ooh, this whole row is jam-packed. I'm going to have to get some out of here just so I have room to maneuver. Okay. Looks like light side effects. Asteroid Sanctuaries. Looks like these are the uncorrected versions. It was kind of a broken card, so they had to fix it. make it less of an auto win for light side. Actually, I think when they fixed it, it wasn't really any good at all. But from what I understood, you could just deploy that card in a bunch of asteroid sectors, and Darkside wouldn't have nothing to say about it. Whoops, more gifts. Just toss those on there. Have to resort them to save time. Okay. Draw their fire, nice. I use those in a lot of decks, so it's good to get more. There's a premium card. Political effect, a couple of them, nice. Those sell for $1 or $2. It's actually a rare, Kessel Run is. Unita, premium card from the Jabba's Palace sealed deck. And let's see here. It's not a rare, but it's pretty cool looking uncommon. One of the cards that I didn't see for years until I started buying collections to sell, which I think happened before I ever completed my own master set. Thornback's a cool card, but it's actually a common. Undercover. Oh, there we go. It's a Jabba's Palace Premium. Few Maneuvers is still a useful card to this day from Premier. Man, that's a lot of copies. Dang, that's a lot of copies. Alright. So the A Jedi's cards, mostly dealing with dueling, but they have some other uses. Dueling or characters wielding lightsabers. Oh, but no A Jedi's Resilience. Altars, cool. I thought this card was a rare for the longest time. Ooh, that's a kind of a beat up one. Balanced attack is nice to go fetch a general. You use that instead of rebel leadership, because if they use a grabber to grab your interrupt so you can't play it again, you don't have to waste your rebel leadership on grabbing a general. Changing the odds won me a lot of games in the online Episode 1 sealed league. Really useful card. Okay. Moving along. Another one that I thought was a rare. Canceling a battle destined by losing a droid, not bad. Okay. Escape pods are cool. A bit of a cold streak here in terms of cards of note. Bunch of friendly fires. Han's backs are nice, but I think it's an uncommon too, so there's actually quite a few of them. They're pretty easy to get, I should say. So yep, there's our starting interrupt. A lot of Hyper Escapes, yeah. It's amazing how much easier it is to flip through the Coruscant cards than the Premier ones. Premier ones are not very glossy, so they sort of, I wouldn't say stick together. Well, I think maybe stick together is the right term. Oops. Grabbed a few too many cards here. It's kind of hard to hold them and go through them. Alright. Trap's a good... There we go. Ooh, okay. This is one of the better cards from the sealed deck, and there's 3 of them. If you control a system, you can cancel a Force Drain related site. It's back. Jedi Escape. See here, we're coming up on 15 minutes, and debating if I want to do the whole box right now or save the last column for another video. This row's going pretty fast, so we'll see. And it's possible I'm missing stuff, but it would be in stacks of Premier where there would be, you know, something wedged in between 4 out of nowheres on either side. So I don't think I'm missing anything to note, but you never know. Sometimes I look away to check the camera, make sure I'm in frame, and I could miss a rare. So sometimes it's fun to go through again and see. Oh yeah, I missed this card. You don't really miss the Luke Skywalker Jedi Knights or whatever, but every now and then there's a decent card that you miss. Rapid Fire, nice. I run out of those. In deck building, a bunch of Rebel Barriers. There's some senses. That's a good card. Alright, just going to check back real quick. Alright, so there's a card, Speak with the Jedi Council. That's a really good Coruscant Interrupt that would have been right here if there was an extra copy. It's worth about half what it used to be in terms of value, because there's a virtual card that is basically has the same function that came out because that card was getting too expensive. Okay, so I think I'm going to end this video after this row or column. Nothing too crazy. Then I think I'll do another video with the last row and then the highlights from this box. Let's see if we get anything in the last stack. Weapon Levitation's nice, but not a rare. Okay, so that's it for this video. We'll do this last column in the next one, and then after that, move on to another box. Thanks for watching. I hope you tune in for more videos from this collection.